Hello everyone, War Selection replay today. One of my first times using Great Britain, and I would just like to show you this. So I start off a very good position. I'm going to switch off Fog of War as it's a replay so I can see what my enemies are doing as well. So I'm here in the left, so my allies are spread out like this. Here we go. I'll put all the colours on so you can see. There we go. So that's allies here, and enemies are red. Switch it back to normal colours so I can reference. And here I'm getting up some workers, sending them straight to wood because Great Britain is very wood heavy. I'm walling off this little passageway here just in case I get rushed so they can't rush me from this way. I also eventually wall off here. So let's see what my enemies are doing. This player must be a little bit new because he's not building homes or anything. Purple was doing the best out of all of the countries because he was industrial first. But these are all the enemies. It's a 8v8, and I'm just getting up my second warehouse near these trees. I'm going to speed it up a little. There we go, I'm walling off this little bit and getting my temple and stonecutter up as I'm going to Europe. Will save me iron in the Bronze Age. There you are, as you can see, none of my allies are Bronze Age yet, I don't think. And I'm almost up. There we go. I think I'm the first to go up to Bronze Age. Or maybe the second, actually. So I'm just getting my economy stabilized. I'm not doing very well on food, so I get a few more villagers onto iron and then food after that. I'm walling in my temple a little bit so that there's only one access way and I can build a few towers and I'd be safe. As you can see, the enemy is also using walling techniques. This enemy hasn't even built any homes yet. It's very interesting. There we go. And I'm here. I thought of setting up my forts for some sort of attack or defense, but instead I realized that the only way in would be to go all the way around. At this point, I say that I will build ports at my allies' base, just here, but I realized that later the water doesn't actually reach any enemies, as they've all built quite far away. So now I'll just skip to the medieval quickly. My food economy, wood economy and iron economy are very well. There's lots of animals, so I have to be careful where I'm expanding to. I've also grabbed a little bit more territory up this way. And I'm going to be Iron Age very soon. I'm just getting some more workers up to secure a strong economy. So at this point in the game I have 16 food workers, 10 iron workers, and 36 woodworkers, and that worked very well for me. So I'm just going to build a few more towers, grab more territory. There you can see the enemies are getting up their own defensive forces. and blue is attacking, is sending reinforcements to purple here, which was being harassed by, I'm pretty sure, our Jackson. I'm almost at medieval age. Bit late, as most of my allies are, I believe, medieval. Or maybe not. Oh no, there's a medieval. And I think this corner is going to be medieval soon as well. He went into military. Here I've got my workers just set up a tower. I hide them because that ball was having a look. But my ally has made horses and is attacking, harassing the economy of this European player. Zaf here has a huge amount of territory, while purple, which is Raptor Messiah, he is I think he's taking it slow. Going for a nice slow build up, but I don't think he gets harassed, so he has a long continuous economy. While up here, my allies are just attacking his economy and killing his workers. Gonna speed up for the upgrades to medieval, and soon I'm going to start getting more workers onto wood, I think. Yeah, no, iron, sorry. Get a nice strong iron and wood economy for Great Britain. I've upgraded my towers around my town hall first, and then set up another wall here, because I was starting to breach the wood wall on the houses. And then, as you can see, purple is slowly moving forwards and walling off. And Raptor Messiah has built a couple towers protecting his ally, Am's Hydra. He's up to medieval as well. Blue is still struggling. I think he must have been AFK. And then I think here we're attacking yellow. Yes. And they managed to repair that town hall while the light knights were trying to destroy it. So instead they target his European towers and then retreat and find some other enemies. We have an East Asia play over here, Meals on Wheels. He's not gone up to the next stage yet. I'm just building some trebuchets for defense in case I'd get rushed, because I built them so that they're all covering this gateway and some are covering this gateway. There we go. So my ally is engaging these two groups of swordsmen and spearmen, and is building towers around this town hall, because it just went up to medieval. But our allies are sending lots of reinforcements. Meals on Wheels especially is sending a lot of archers. We've got tons of light knights from Jackson down here. I might try the light knight strategy, it seems to be very successful. Monangle didn't put his fishing huts here, for some reason he put them here, which could easily be taken down by Jackson with some attack ships. And then here, I realised orange, which is my colour, is going against yellow, which is still in Bronze Age, I believe, yeah. Or Iron Age, sorry. And he's just got some spearmen up to fight off his enemies. I'm getting some longbows because normally by medieval age you've either already been rushed or you're going to get rushed. I've got faltering economy, but my iron is strong. I'm running out of food and wood a little. That's why I'm still making workers into food. Because I still only have 10 workers because the other 6 were building trebuchets. As you can see, they're all covering this gateway. Monangle loses to the Light Knights from Jackson. Meals on Wheels goes up in age. Their ally is still AFK. Quite a lot of them are still medieval age. My economy's starting to go back up a little bit. I'm getting my archers round to kill all the animals around me so I can expand a little. Legionaries are starting to be put up. And our ally here is getting attacked by a small squadron of legionaries. Meals on Wheels quits for some reason and leaves his archers to kill a warehouse. Not sure exactly why. We see these legionaries idling some of his workers when he could have actually been destroying some of his buildings. Like this. Because legionaries are extremely powerful, but very expensive. I say that I'm going to send some soldiers to help, but I believe there are some archers on their way from an ally here, Fimble, Purple, another East Asia player. So Fimble's sending some horse archers, which should be able to easily fight off the legionaries, and there's some spearmen from the person who's getting attacked, and I'm sending my archers just in case he sends another wave. There, another enemy dies to the Light Knights. I start going up to late medieval, and I'll speed this up now. Yeah, I get my archers instead to just deal with some animals because the threat here was taken care of easily by the horse archers, which are being sent to raid a little, I think on yellow. But yellow's walled off and got plenty of towers. He's already industrial here, Raptor Messiah. While most of us are only just going up to late medieval age. I do believe one of our allies went to late medieval age. Maybe. Can't remember for exact. No, none of our allies went up. But I'm up to late medieval, and I will be selecting Great Britain very soon. So you could go for Spain, France, or Germany, but I don't own any of those, and 2 of those countries aren't even out yet. So I pick the Great Britain, which I bought with tech points. Here my workers are being attacked, so I take them off of the building to kill 4. The horse archers here are trying to find a weak point to sneak in. As you can see, they're just kiting his heavy knights, which are slower. You should really be going after someone's economy, but he's assisting the ally with pikemen, who has pikemen, and Alba Swiss, who has lots of Sipak. The fish are still being taken here. You should really get maybe a galley or something just to get rid of these fishing boats, because they're going to take a large portion of the fish. What's their speed? 80 for the Sipak and 90 for the horse archers, so the horse archers can outrun the Sipak, but not very easily. He goes after the economy here, while I'm going up to Great Britain with my food economy plummeting quite badly. So I do move off some workers from wood onto food. I advise my ally to try and get rid of some of the stables of this enemy here, because stables are, like I say here, very expensive to make. Adolf Ginger dies, quits, and the stables, I can't seem to find them, but he does. I go up to Great Britain, Industrial Revolution, and we realise he's being attacked by some heavy knights, but there's plenty of spearmen who should be able to deal with it. There's a few swordsmen, but I've never seen forts this way. But yes, here he's still. Thimble is still fighting his soldiers, while I'm starting to upgrade my buildings and economy very soon. I'm sending my longbowmen to see if I can get any damage off before I go to the next stage. Upgrade my armies. Very soon I'll be upgrading all of my houses and workers, and there we go. That took a large chunk out of my economy, but it's okay. And as there isn't very much water on this map that I can make use of, I just make lots of factories and forts, so I can focus on the land, so tanks and light machine gunners and anti-tank rifles that Britain has. They got some very interesting choices. I also try set up a university here, and I do believe that we still have some light horse archers harassing down here, and my longbowmen are going in for a little bit of a fight. And here I'm struggling with food to upgrade all my workers, but I do have lots of vision, which I set up in the last stage. I could have not done that. So as you can see, I can see most of my territory here. Yeah, I'm just getting some factories. I'm not going to be making anything because I need to, except from tractors, sorry. But I'm researching the cannon upgrade for accuracy, and the light tank, so I can make tank rhombus, which is the Great Britain equivalent of light tanks. So our enemy Raptor Messiah is still setting up his economy quite strongly. I think this is a German player, yeah, and Jackson goes for Germany. Blue is not up yet. You get an India player down here. Thimble goes India, and no one else has aged up, I don't think, in our team. And their enemy is also still quite far behind, but this is a very strong city complex. while Jackson gets a few Big Berthas out with rangers to fight off these chariots, but it doesn't succeed too greatly. But the chariots aren't going to be doing much damage with the longbows even. I've got all my workers up to the medieval age. And I'm going to be starting making tanks soon, once this upgrade's finished. I'm also getting some light machine gunners, just to defend me against any late medieval age or medieval age rushes to damage my economy, but I have quite a few. I've got 4 tractors coming out, and I'm going to be starting to make tank rhombuses, which are pretty cheap for a light tank. And they have, I think, 5 or 6 machine guns on them and a front cannon. So they're good against infantry and quite good against buildings and like elephants and other tanks. Their blue player, the numbers, is still AFK. Raptor Messiah, I think, has gone up to Second Industrial Revolution. But I'm not certain, because I don't think he's built the areas yet. And I'm not sure if I can go to his viewpoint now. I know I can. So let's see if from his viewpoint. Yeah, he's in Second Industrial Revolution and is making squadron cannons. And I don't think he's making a navy. No, he's not bothering with that. But he is just constantly building and building and building. So I'm going to go back to my viewpoint, and I'm just going up to the Second Industrial Revolution now. And here I get attacked by some enemy pikemen, which do succeed in destroying a couple trebuchets, I believe. But I have light machine gunners who I was just sending off to help a different ally, but yeah, they get rid of 1 trebuchet, and I get my first tank rhombuses out, so let's have a look at them. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 light machine guns. They've got 2 on each side, and they also have a front cannon. They've got a decent speed, and the enemy is still sending more pikemen over to attack me with. But I get my tank rhombuses and light machine gun combination out, and I should be okay. Here I'm just making more tank rhombuses, and a few more there. There's a few APCs from Raptor Messiah holding rocket launchers, I think. So I call for help because I'm not certain if there's anything in the APCs or if there's more reinforcements coming. But I build a tower to hide my workers in. I also try to pull this tank rhombus back so that he's blocking the entranceway, but it doesn't quite succeed. So they try to get to my economy, I think, here. So I pull my soldiers back a little bit. My workers start fighting for some reason. And he destroys another trebuchet here, I think. I get some ally cavalrymen, as not many of my allies have actually gone up to industrial. There's quite limited help. Yellow owns no land because he died, I believe. I think his temple was there, yeah. There's still no navies at all from any player. There's a tiny little island you could have... Actually, I thought, no, you might have been able to get across there and build your temple there, but that would have been really interesting if you could get up there. So yeah, I get my tank rhombuses ready. So now I've got 8 tank rhombuses and some light machine gunners, which I send forwards to get rid of the little force of soldiers that were sitting here on my border. He charges at me, but doesn't succeed. So Jackson, the German player, built a Wonder and has his Big Berthas, his multiple Big Berthas up, and killed Raptor Messiah. You get some cavalrymen going to try to do some raiding from green. There's still no navy or anything. I think yeah, he's still AFK, sadly. I think there's another, there's another little mountain over here. I don't think you can build anything there though. So here I've got my 12 tank rhombuses, and I've got, I think, 2 or 3. I've got, I think, 2 or 3 anti-tank rifles and some machine gunners. And I'm just killing some animals and breaking through these trees because my tanks would have to go all the way around this tree line, which I don't really want. Alba Swiss sends an elephant, but to no effect at all. At this point, I don't think they have any. There's one person industrial, but I don't think they have any kind of industrial forces yet, or at all. And here, Jackson's claiming territory, and the India player sending 6 mortars, and elephant machine gunners. For some reason he parks them right there. I think it's to regroup. I've got so much resources I go for Wonder to see if it will give me some more tech points, because I want to buy Turkey next. And here I'm starting to push forwards on this West Asia player. But I think I've only... oh no, there's my 12 tank rhombuses. Do a lot of damage to buildings. They do 80 damage with a front cannon and 15 times 4 times... no, 15 times 4 times with machine guns on the sides. Tank rifles do 20 building damage but 210 damage to tanks and anything other than buildings. And here I'm just going to push forwards. As you can see, my tanks are just firing their machine guns while moving. And get rid of some of these towers because they can do some very good damage to my machine gunners. The India player sending his trench mortars and elephant guns. Here I'm creeping up on the Turkey player, Alba Swiss. He just got up to the next stage, and sadly it was a bit too late. And here I just thought the defences for blue would be quite strong, as he hasn't been defeated yet. So I thought I'd build a little bit of a navy with my ships, or get some vision with sea forts. But here I just destroy this Turkey Town Hall. And here there's a space icon, so I'm not sure if that's going to ever be a space age or something, but don't know. So yeah, Alba Swiss loses, and his ally is getting up airfields to see if he can counter my tanks and Jackson's not submachine guns, sorry, where are they? Big Berthas. As they are very powerful. They do 320 damage and they have a speed of 25, but they take 6 population space. AE also, hedgehogs are here. I'm not exactly sure why he would do that, but he also starts getting up with a little bit of an army, but a bit too late now. And for some reason, he looks like he's against building any sort of warehouses except from there, and everything else there is none. So I don't know what happened there, but the India player is assisting me with getting rid of these towers, so we can move up to the next enemy. He's getting up some bombers and so on. Instead of building a navy, I built some trawlers to build sea forts and machine guns for vision, because I can't actually see what's going on here at this point. So Zaf loses here to Big Bertha's. So last enemy other than Blue, who was just AFK. And the Big Berthas are moving in on his Stone Age altar, sorry. And they're gonna destroy it probably with their submachine gunners before their Big Berthas can get there. Yeah, there you go. And the last enemy is dying here very soon. I start getting worried because he's getting quite a strong air force up very quickly, but I realised that his balloons do 150 damage and my tanks take 45 less, and they have 800 health, so it's going to be a while before they destroy a tank. So instead I decided to just try and push forwards, try to get the kill. The India player pushes forward as well. I keep setting up sea forts, which are just clearing up any towers that are left behind and any boats. I just can't stop thinking if you could fit a temple there, because that'd be quite interesting. And here, Jackson's flamethrowers and some machine guns and Berthas start pushing forwards, and the enemy starts repairing his town hall, which is very irritating because he's faster repairing than we are damaging. But the India player, I start targeting his workers, and he loses. So I think that's the end of the clip. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. Tuesday will be the next start of the season. Goodbye.